Well, hello everyone, and thanks for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner. In today's video, I'm going to do a flip through of the Tim Holtz Accordian Folio that I made into a prayer journal. Now, this first picture is of how it comes when you buy it, and it was gifted to me by Michelle over at your crafting source. And then as you open up the package, this is what it looks like. But when you pull that nice ribbon off, this is the way it comes. And on the left hand side is a pocket that you can use. The right hand side is a corner tuck. Down below is a flip up, and in that middle section is the accordion itself. And I'm going to show you in this flip through what I did to revise it and make it a little bit different. This folio is going to be for sale in my Etsy store, so if you're interested in purchasing it, please click on the link for my Etsy store, and let's get started in this little flip through. So this journal measures about 6 inches by 4.5, and I would say it is a good 1.5 to 2 inches in height. And what I did for the front of it is I took the original ribbon that came with it and I added this black and gold lace over the top of it, sewed it, and then I took this beautiful brooch that my sister had given me and pinned it on the front. Isn't that beautiful? And so it can just slide off and on. The front of the journal is where I constructed the accordion, and we start with this beautiful image here. And then there is writing space here. I did actually turn all of these into pockets, but when I put things in it, it didn't look as nice. So you could put something in there, but I left it plain. And let me just move this over. And then on every other page, there is writing spots. And then on the last page, I did do a little corner tuck. This is some vellum that I coffee stained, and then I backed it with straw paper. I hinged it with washi tape, and then if you fold it back up, if you bring it to the other side, you have images. So it is double. And so again, writing space on both sides. Then if you open it up, this is a little corner tuck here on the inside. And then it has a card in it. This is a prayer journal or a prayer card. And then there's an envelope here. And this is from the kit. And what I did with the kit, I can't remember if I mentioned it. I don't think I did. The kit is from the Paper Cameo, and it is called Ave Maria. And this just has a plain piece of paper with a little bit of writing from the kit. And I just stuck this in the envelope here. And I printed the kit 2 to a page so that they were shrunk down. This is some vellum here again that was coffee stained. And then it has that little prayer card in there. I did add some book page. This is from a German book, and I created this tag, and if you look real close, I'll try to bring it up. I did do some Nouveau drops here. Put in a small eyelet and then a little ribbon on the top. And then that just tucks in there. I used some pet tape here on this page to strengthen this page because it's a fragile piece of 1800s German book. I border punched the edge of this coffee stained paper, sewed around the edges of a lot of the pages, and I left the ends of the thread, and it was stitched all with gold thread. Here's some velvet here that I attached to this page. This is from my Italian ledger. This is from an Italian book, and I added just a little bit of trim to the top, and that's a little corner tuck with a tag. This is a flip out that I attached with washi tape. The center here has a little key that I attached, and then just some paper on both sides of that. On this page, I attached some antique lace to it. Again, sewed around most of the pages. This is the other side of that Italian ledger. And again, I did a border punch on the edge there. Yes, I ordered some more of that pet tape. I wasn't a fan of it in the beginning, but I realized that if you put it over a fragile piece of book page, it strengthens it, but you can still see through the tape, as opposed to with washi tape, you can't see through it. Another little corner tuck there with a tag. And that brings us to the back page of the journal. And then as you turn it over, this flips down, and I added this little card in there that you can journal on with a little tuck spot. And let me just mention, the entire folio, I used this, it's called High Flow acrylic paint. It's an iridescent gold. It's one of my favorite things to use when I want a gold accent. I will link that in the description box if you're interested in that. And then this just flips out. And again, I put in some vellum as a little pocket here and added this tag. So it actually is a two signature folio. So there's a lot of writing space in it with just absolutely gorgeous images. On this page, I attached a little bit of the same trim that I had used on the front tie. This is some black velvet here that I attached to this page. Again, I used the pet tape to strengthen this. This is English here, and then I added a little bit of lace onto the top of this tag. This is some German book page from the early 1800s. It's rag paper. And again, as you can see, I left all the threads here. You could trim them off if you wanted to. This page, I added just a tiny little bit of lace here. This is a French book. Here is one of the letters from my German alphabet kit in my shop. And again, I used some of the vellum that I coffee stained. And I believe this may also be German. And I have this pretty little tag in there. I know I did use, well, I did show you over here the French book. I knew I'd put some French books in here, book pages. This is an Italian book page, and I added just a little bit of lace on it. And again, back on this book page here, I added some washi tape there to strengthen that page up. On this page, I added this envelope here that I paper clipped. And inside it has a prayer card that you can journal on the back of it. And it just attaches to this page here, again with the paper clip. And I did that so that on this page here, as you open it up, there is some decorative piece there. On the center of this page, I added just some paper charms on the center signature. Another image from my 1700s German alphabet kit. Pretty little lace here on this on this Italian book page. So you can see there's lots and lots of writing areas. This was such a fun kit to work with, such beautiful images. Again, using some of that pet tape there to strengthen that page. And this is some velvet. I hope I can get this out of here. So I did stop the camera for a little bit so I could get that tag out of there. And so I was able to successfully do that. This flips out here. Again, some more of my Italian ledger, which is again in my Etsy store if you're interested in that. And then on this page, I did want to show you a couple of things that I did. You've seen me do this before where I take my velvet powder and I add glue. I'm going to just bring it up to the camera so you can see. So I add glue here where I want the velvet to stick, and it's a velvet powder. So as you rub along here and then here where her collar is and where her cuff is there, I added that velvet. And then this showed his little privates, so I just added a little bit of a gold trim there and a little gold trim there. So then you're able to close this back up. This flips up, and as you turn it over, you again are to the front of that sweet little journal. I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and like I said, if you're interested in purchasing it, go on over to my Etsy store, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks, and bye-bye.